Hello and welcome to Long Video Sunday. For those of you who don't know what Long Video Sunday is, it's a thing I used to do on this channel way back in the day, which, I don't know how long I've had a YouTube account now, 4 or 5 years, so ages ago, fucking billions of years ago, somehow. But what Long Video Sunday is I get on camera. Did I just make a squeaking noise? Okay, I get on camera and I lost my train of thought because of that squeak. I'm still wondering what that was. Did my jaw get loose for a second and then the air came back in? It was like, click. Did you guys even hear a squeak? Maybe it was just in my head. I need to get my fucking brain checked out. Probably a sign of early tumors. Like, oh, you've been hearing the brain squeaks, huh? Yeah, that's a big fucking tumor in your head, about the size of a pine cone. You're gonna die! It's a cheerful doctor telling me about my impending death just now. You're gonna die! Would that be better or worse than solemn? You know? There's really no nice way of telling someone they're gonna die. Like, oh yes, I've read your chart, sir, and I'm afraid you're going to die. You know? Does it make you feel better if the doctor feels bad? Maybe if he says it cheerful, it'll seem cheerful. You're gonna die! But so is everyone else. So it's okay. You're just gonna do it a little bit quicker than most people. Yeah. Anyway, so Long Video Sunday is where I just rant and rave pointlessly for as long as possible. And for some reason, a lot of people like it. Not everyone likes it. A lot of people are like, shut the fuck up! We don't care! Fuck off! Yeah, that's how a lot of people are. But then there's this other group of people like, it's cool because I like to listen to it while I'm gaming and shit, you know? I like to play World of Warcraft or whatever else there is out there, and I listen to you, and you talk, and I kind of like listen to you with like 1/50th of my brain, and I concentrate on the game with the other 49/50ths of my brain. So it's all good. That's the point. 49/50ths? God damn. Couldn't I have just went with 2%? Would have been easier. 2%, same as 1/50th, right? Right, yes, of course. So yeah, and 98% is the same as 49/50ths. Whew! Math is hard. God damn, why do I always have a cough when I get on these? I start doing these things and I fucking, all of a sudden, air wants to get out everywhere. I want to cough, I want to burp, I want to sneeze, I want to fart. And apparently I want to fucking squeak somehow for some reason. I'm going to go back, and if that squeak isn't audible on here, I'm going to fucking add a squeak. Because now the squeak is just distracting. It's like, I didn't hear a fucking squeak, but he keeps mentioning a fucking squeak. I'm going to go back and check and see if there actually was a squeak. So I'm going to add a squeak if there wasn't a squeak. I guess I won't do that, because that's too much work. I don't feel like working. But yeah, I heard a squeak. I don't know if you guys heard it. I don't care if you guys heard it. It was there. Trust me. Yeah, so, what to talk about? You know, I learned something interesting today. I learned that, Andrew Jackson, that's the guy on the $20 bill. Have you ever seen a $20 bill? It has Andrew Jackson on it. He was the 7th president of the United States of America. He was against paper money. It was one of the first things on his agenda when he became president. He was like, I'm going to eliminate paper money. Now, quickly he realized it was impractical and he dropped that from his agenda. But hey, it's kind of ironic. He's on money. He wanted to get rid of money. It's just kind of like a fuck you to him, really, if you think about it. Oh yeah, you don't like paper money? Well, here's you, motherfucker. Immortalized forever on the $20 bill. And Indians hate that shit. I remember there was a band called Corporate Avenger that did a song called like $20 bill, and it was like, if Hitler was on the $20 bill, how would the Jews feel? It's because Andrew Jackson, of course, made the Indians go on like the Trail of Tears, and a bunch of them died and stuff, and it was really sad. And, so anyone you know who has Indian heritage pretty much fucking despises Andrew Jackson, and he was kind of a crazy douchebag, honestly. So their hatred of him is probably justified in every way, shape, or form. But, yeah. So that's kind of ironic. It's like, you put him on a $20 bill, it's like, I mean, it's really strange. I'm trying to think of a fucking something comparable that you could do. It'd be like putting like Martin Luther King as the logo of the KKK or something like that. Well, maybe it wouldn't be quite that pronounced, but it's on the same level of taking someone's personal beliefs and then twisting them and you know, distorting their memory by doing something that's completely antithetical to what they stood for in life. And of course, you know, let me make it clear, Andrew Jackson was stupid to be against paper money. You know, because it's just this typical shit that's still around today, this gold standard shit, like, real wealth is only gold and silver. And these people who say that don't realize that gold and silver are just representations of actual wealth, which is stuff. Lots of stuff. Buildings, and food, and water, and sandwiches, which is something that goes under the category of food, and therefore doesn't bear mentioning after I just said food. But yeah, more specifically, sandwiches, stuff like that. That is wealth. You know, you got livestock. Not many people have livestock anymore. We go to McDonald's to get our livestock, and it's already been slaughtered, cooked, and prepared for us. And it's, you know, I don't want to say it's delicious, because if you say McDonald's is delicious, a bunch of people are like, oh, McDonald's is not delicious. But, you know, of course, everyone goes there anyway, so whatever. And of course everyone denies going there. I know, you people are way too cool to go to McDonald's. You don't go there. Only fat people like me go there. I understand. I've never seen any of you there. Every time I go to McDonald's, it's totally empty. No one cool is at McDonald's at any given time. Okay, fine. We've established that. Yeah. So, you know, but livestock, if you are a person who owns a lot of cattle, that is wealth. And, you know, a long time ago, someone said, oh, you know, let's instead of having to bring my 200 sheep, excuse me, instead of having to bring my 200 sheep to trade for your 300 cattle, or whatever the equivalent exchange would be, they say, I will give you some gold, and this gold is worth 300 sheep. And voila! You have currency, the very first currency. The idea that something is not actual wealth, but a symbol of wealth. And that was gold. And then, later on, as populations exploded, gold became impractical. So we had dollars. And we said the dollar bill is the dollar bill is representational of wealth. You know, and basically what people like Ron Paul want to do is they want to go back to the gold standard, which means that every dollar is represented by actual gold. But that's stupid, because it doesn't need to represent gold, it only needs to represent buying power, because that's all gold represented. Gold is like this unnecessary middleman that doesn't even need to be in the fucking equation. And not to mention, if you went back to the gold standard, the value of the dollar would plummet into fucking abysmal nothingness at this point. Anyway, hold on one second. Whew! Because there's just not enough gold. There is not enough gold to sustain, to be the standard of wealth in a population of this size. Just not enough. I want to make that clear to all you Ron Paul supporters. Can't fucking do it. Man, I need some water. Didn't realize how dry my throat would get. Okay, why is that so cold? This hasn't been refrigerated. It's not that cold in here. Very strange. This water is colder than it should be. Sorry, I had to cough. I need to think of something to say. Something important. This is the problem with Long Video Sunday. You always have these little dead ends where it's just like, boom. Let's talk about cops. A lot of people, they say, I bring up that I hate cops. I say, I fucking hate cops. When I met my friend Galen for the very first time, the first question I asked him is, how do you feel about cops? And he said, I hate them sons of bitches. I'm like, me too. And that was how we formed our friendship. Because, that's actually how I test a lot of people that I meet for the very first time. I ask how they feel about cops, and they're like, I like cops. They protect us. I'm like, fuck you! Be gone. So, yeah, I don't like cops. And people are always telling me, well, not all cops are bad. Some of them abuse their power, but most cops are good. Most cops are real nice guys. And I want to make a distinction here. There is a difference between good and nice. It's a very, very big difference. Because you could be nice and be a Nazi, or belong to the KKK, or worse, the Republican Party. Yeah, so nice does not equal good. Nice and good are two very fucking different things. Nice is like, courteous, like opening doors and yes sir, no sir, thank you, and being generally pleasant and friendly and outgoing, which does not make you good. If it made you good, then every pleasant, outgoing person would be good, but we know they're not. Which is why we have politicians that convince us to like them and send them to the corridors of power where they hand down edicts that fuck us in the ass. There's nothing good about these people. No, they're just nice. They've got charisma. You like them. Fine, I understand that. I understand there are police officers like that. But think about what a police officer actually does. He's representative of everything that, you put on that badge, that shield, and you say, okay, I smoke marijuana, but I'm going to put other people in jail for smoking marijuana. And, they smoke it. I mean, not all of them, not every single cop smokes marijuana, but a lot of them do. They put people in jail for that shit. Even if you watch the show Cops, you find them and they find, like, there's like a bum in a nice neighborhood. And what is he doing here? I paid $17,000 a year in property taxes to live in this neighborhood. And then this guy comes in. And he's got a big beard with french fries stuck in it. He doesn't belong here. This is my neighborhood. I'm going to call the police. And the police come and they say, what are you doing out here? Stick out like a sore thumb here, buddy. And harass him. And, you got some crystal meth on you. Ooh. Yeah, you're out here doing crystal meth. And then the guy is a sad fucking loser. He can tell he's a miserable wretch. His life has not turned out like anyone could have hoped. And yet, the police are arresting him, putting him in jail for being a loser. I mean, he is the lowest among us, literally. The lowest person. The person whose life has not worked out in any way, shape, or form. And our society doesn't say, let's help that person. It doesn't even say, let's ignore that person. It says, let's take that person and push them down even lower. It's like seeing a drowning man and putting your boot in his face so he can, and to assist him in drowning, And that is the job of the police officer in the United States of America. And if anyone tells you different, they're lying. Maybe the cop feels in his heart, I really don't want to put this guy away, but I stand for the letter of the law. This is my job. Yeah, by your choice. You chose to work at a job where that is part of the job description. I wouldn't take that job, even if I wanted to, even if I wanted the power, even if I wanted the cool car and the badge and the uniform and the gun and the nightstick. And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I wouldn't take that job because I refuse to keep the lowest down and to prop the highest up. It's bullshit. And I won't do it. I choose not to do it. But they don't. They don't choose not to do it. They choose to do it and then say, well, it's my job. It's what I gotta do. I'm an officer of the law. But if the law is unjust, then you are unjust for standing for that law. Speaking of laws, let's talk a little bit about Prop 19 over there in California. It was a law that basically legalized or decriminalized, there is a difference there, decriminalized certain amounts of marijuana for personal use. And it did not pass. It was polling ahead at first, but then the anti-marijuana, anti-drug machine got its hands on it and basically put out some ads to scare the shit out of the California voters like, ooh, you know, maybe your doctor will be high when he's doing surgery on you. Like, he'll come in like, woo! All right, surgery time. Which one's the scalpel again? Woo! I'm totally stoned. Man. Oh, man, we gotta get some Doritos in here, man. Cutting people open makes me hungry, man. I got the munchies like a mother, you know. You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, shit. Was that his aorta? Did I just chop it off? Oh, fuck. He's screwed, man. Oh, well, let's smoke some more weed. Yeah, and they ran that ad. They're like, and the people of California being dumbasses like the people anywhere else said to themselves, whoa, I don't want my doctor stoned when he's trying to do surgery on me. I'm not going to vote for that. And then, of course, all the growers in California, they want to keep it illegal so as to minimize competition. Well, they want to keep it in that nebulous zone of kind of legal. So they don't go to jail for life, but they don't have a ton of competition, you know? They don't have a ton of competition out there for their medical marijuana. And of course, I don't mean to disparage people who actually do need marijuana for medicinal purposes. There are people, mostly people with cancer, who need it to deal with the effects of the chemotherapy, and that is legitimate use for marijuana for medical reasons. I'm sure there are probably some others out there, but you know, most of the people who get medical marijuana prescriptions, they're just people who want to smoke marijuana, and we all understand this. It's understood. It's one of those things that society does and then acts like it doesn't know what it's doing. You know, it's like the lie that everyone's supposed to believe. Like, yeah, it's, you know, like whenever you see on the news, like some male celebrity cheated on his wife, and the news is like, why? Why would a man with wealth cheat on his wife? And we're all supposed to be like, oh no, that's really strange. Yeah, you know, so it's like one of those society-wide lies where we all lie openly and we all pretend to believe it. You know, it's like, you know, you believe my bullshit, I'll believe yours. And, you know, neither of us really does, but hey, it's all good. And we do that a lot as a society. Hold on, I got a call. Hello? So WikiLeaks put out a lot of government secrets today, and of course the White House condemns this, and the Pentagon condemns this, and one of the co-founders of Wikipedia condemns this for some reason. I don't know, maybe just to say, you know, Wikipedia is not affiliated with WikiLeaks, just in case anyone's confused about that. We're going to come out and condemn what they're doing. Why? Why would anyone condemn what they're doing? That's my question. Why is anything the government does secret from the people? They're supposed to be accountable to us, and yet they keep secrets from us. Does that make sense to you? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It seems to me like if the government is of the people, by the people, for the people, like it's supposed to be, then it shouldn't have any fucking secrets. Everything should be right out there in the fucking open. Every single document should be scrutable to the public eye. Now, of course, there are some things that obviously need to remain secret, like, you know, troop positions and stuff like that. Although, I think that troop positions should read like, our troops are all within our borders, you know, watching MTV and waiting for someone to attack us. That would be a cool troop position chart. You know, maybe if we didn't have any wars, we wouldn't have to have secret troop positions, just saying. But, you know, mostly the shit that they keep secret from us is stuff that they don't need to keep secret from us, that they shouldn't need to keep secret from us, but they keep a secret from us anyway because they don't want us to know. Why else would you keep something secret from the people? The only reason to keep a secret is if you don't want people to know what that secret is. And the only reason that you would want to keep something from the American people is if you felt like it was damaging to you. So basically they're protecting their reputations. Washington is keeping secrets from us to protect their reputations. That's the only logical reason why you'd keep a secret from the American people, right? So, fuck that! Good job, WikiLeaks. I hope that everything the government does ever comes to light, and it will. It's as they say, what is done in the dark will be brought to the light. I don't know if they say that. I know Johnny Cash say it in a song. But then he said in the same song, sooner or later, God will cut you down. I don't believe in God, obviously, I'm an atheist. But still, that part of the song is pretty cool. What is done in the dark will be brought to the light. And I hope that's true. I hope that's fucking true. So I'm pro WikiLeaks. And I'm anti-cop. And I am pro legalizing every drug ever. And I am anti this haircut. I don't know. I'm anti every haircut I've ever had, though, so it doesn't matter. I just don't have good hair. I don't know. I don't like this face too much either. Looks like a Muppet face. Well, I thought I was done. I went to the computer to edit this together, and I realized it's only 20 minutes long. 20 minutes? God damn, I'm out of practice making these long fucking videos. I used to have a good internal clock. It used to tell me, it's been about 35 minutes, TJ. You could probably shut up now. Now I'm like, God damn, I must have been talking for like, what, 2 hours? Fuck! Turns out those 2 hours were 20 minutes. So, okay, so now 10 minutes talking feels like an hour, so if I do another half hour in my head, then I can kick this up to at least 30 minutes. Woo! Okay, so, because, a half hour in my head will be 5 minutes in real life. So, yeah, I actually have to do another hour. I don't know why I thought half hour. Yeah, so I need to do another hour in my head, and that will be 10 more minutes in real life, so I can kick it up to 30 minutes, and woo! And normally I'd be embarrassed at my math error just then, but since it took up time, it's gravy! Gravy, gravy, gravy. I wonder how much time I can waste just hitting my head against this wall. I wonder if anyone will watch that. Ow. 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 I'm not doing that. Never mind. Okay. So, yeah, that first one didn't actually make contact. That's why you didn't hear a bang. I said ow, but it didn't really hurt. And then I hit my head a few times, and I realized that actually does hurt to hit your head on a solid wood wall. Actually, it's probably just wood paneling, but it's still made of wood, and it's pretty solid, and it hurts to hit your head against it. So I would not recommend that for anyone under most normal circumstances. But there probably are circumstances where it's a good idea. I just can't think of any offhand. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying anyway. I don't have anything to lead into. Anyway, nothing! Ha! Good times. Hold on. Gonna get some water. That'll take up time. Time, wasty water, drinky time! That is good water. What brand is that? It's Aquafina. Holy shit, Aquafina's good. And it stays cold, even when it shouldn't. Aquafina water, product placement extraordinaire. Yeah. I don't know. Aquafina's probably going to sue me or something now. How dare you drink our water on camera? You're under arrest for violating our corporate charter. We don't want you as a drinker of our water, you filthy atheist swine. And then the whole atheist market will be like, hey, they don't want atheists drinking their water, we'll go drink Evian or some shit. Evian. Evian. Not Avion. Evian sounds like something that's gonna fly away. Evian, which is naive, backwards. Very strange. And a lot of people who hate bottled water, they use that to their advantage. Like, did you know Evian is naive backwards? Because you're naive if you believe the promises of the bottled water companies. Ha ha ha, we're yuppies. Okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yuppies. Actually, yuppies are the ones that drink the bottled water. But they're also the ones that condemn it, so... You know, it's that nice little cognitive dissonance that I love so much. I do enjoy the cognitive dissonance of humanity, where we can hold two completely contradictory ideas in our heads at the same time, and ne'er do they meet. They pass by like ships in the night. And then when you point these contradictions out to people, they get angry. You never see a motherfucker get angrier than when you point out their internal contradictions. Never! You say, oh, yeah, you believe in science, but you believe in the Bible. That doesn't make sense. Those contradict. They're like, no, they don't. They don't. I'm angry that you would insist that they do. And I am going to kill you. I'm going to nail you to a cross. Upside down. Like Saint... What was it? Anthony? I don't know. Saint Augustus? Is there a St. Augustus? I don't know. Some saint nailed to the cross upside down because he didn't think that he was worthy to die like Jesus. He thought, I can't die in the same fashion as the Savior. It's wrong. So you had to put it upside down. And they did, apparently. So yeah, upside down crosses. Actually a religious symbol. I don't know why Satanists use that as their thing, because all an upside down cross means is that you're not good enough. It's a symbol of humility before Christ, really. I think it's kind of funny, though, that Satanists use it. Like, ah, upside down cross! Dude, that's a symbol of Christian humility. Shut up! Upside down cross! Satan! Woo! Satan. Satan. Really, I mean, if you believe the whole story, if you believe in Jesus and God and Satan, and you believe the tale spun by Christianity, why would you be on Satan's side? I mean, I agree. If you read the Bible, really, he's the more sympathetic character. But his promised afterlife is not anywhere near as cool as the Christians' promised afterlife, because they're promising like eternal bliss. I mean, granted, they're a little spotty on the details, but eternal bliss. I mean, like, you know, maybe it's just like being on a heroin binge, but there's no crash. It's just forever. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. And, you know, hell is just eternal damnation. And they get real specific about that shit, like fire and little fucking ants crawling in your urethra and demons gnawing on your butt and you know, like the devil's there with his pitchfork stabbing you and shit and, you know, screams and the gnashing of teeth and you know, bugs ripping out your eyes and you know, worms worming their way down your throat and snakes crawling through your skin and venom dripping from the ceiling on your head and just all this terrible stuff is happening all at once. You know, like fucking Garth Brooks music playing all the time. You know, Britney Spears is there giving an interview perpetually in your left ear, and in your right ear you just hear Gilbert Gottfried telling you to buy insurance from Aflac, and you know, it's terrible. The torments of hell is very dark and spooky. Yeah. So very specific about hell. None too specific about heaven. But still, you know, if you're gonna buy into the fucking story, go for Jesus. He's got a better deal. I mean, you know, maybe he's immoral and he's a douchebag, but go with him. If you're gonna buy the story to begin with, I mean, the real thing is just don't buy the fucking story. And I know that a lot of Satanists, they don't really believe in it. They just think Satan's a metaphor. But that just sounds like the same shit that Christians say. Like, oh yeah, Garden of Eden, that was a metaphor. It's all metaphors. You know, it's like their little worm their way out of everything. Then, you know, if it's a metaphor, Satan's a metaphor, don't call yourself a fucking Satanist. Just call yourself, you know, whatever. I mean, why do you even call yourself anything? Just be yourself and, you know, respect Satan as a metaphorical character in, you know, some ancient mythology. That's fine, you know. There's a lot of mythological characters I think are pretty cool. You know, Hercules was pretty badass, but I don't call myself like a Herculean all the time. Like, yes! Philosophically, I am a Herculean. I believe Hercules is the ultimate pinnacle of greatness in human history. Oh no, I don't really believe in Hercules. I just, it's a metaphor for how awesome I am, you know, so yeah. You know, so it doesn't make any fucking sense. Just drop the fucking metaphor and just be yourself. That's all I'm saying. That's all anyone should do. Feels like I've been talking for about 78 years now, so it's probably been about 2 minutes or something. I don't know. Let's waste more time. This head thing is looking more appealing. Ow. Ow. Okay, never mind. It's not appealing anymore. Maybe I'm knocking some thoughts loose when I do that. That's a good way to... Maybe I'm just getting myself a coma. Concussion. Yeah, definitely. I'm losing brain cells when I do that, because I just confused two words that I normally wouldn't have confused. Coma, concussion, same fucking thing! Ha ha! Because I banged my head against the wall. Yeah, but no. Oh! I did a video on that guy with the glasses. I was reviewing the movie Avon Flux? Oh my god. I was reviewing the movie Aeon Flux 2005 movie based on the 1995 animations by Peter Chung. Well, 1991 and 1995 animations by Peter Chung. And the movie sucks. It's just a terrible fucking movie. And if you want to see my review, you can click down there. I only have part 1 up now, but it's going to be 3 parts. 1, 2, 3, 3 parts. But someone said, in the review, I mentioned that I thought that Inception and, not Inception specifically, but the works of Christopher Nolan and also the output of Pixar Studios were proof that Americans will sometimes flock to intelligent films. And of course, the reaction on That Guy with the Glasses, at least from some people, was, "Those aren't smart films! Oh, how dare you say that those are smart films? You know, maybe they're better than the typical schlock in America, but they're certainly not smart films." And I just found that bizarre. It's a policy on That Guy with the Glasses that you're not allowed to, troll the trolls, basically. You can't be like, whatever, be angry and feed them and stuff. But I don't think these people were trolling. They were making a legitimate argument. And my legitimate response to people who feel that Christopher Nolan's output and the output of Pixar Studios are not smart, if you feel those aren't smart movies, then provide me with some examples of some smart movies and we can have a discussion about it, I don't know. I don't know why I felt the need to bring that up here, other than, it kind of stuck with me and bothered me a little bit. I want to know what people consider to be a smart film. What is the criteria there? I mean, I never meant to get into that debate. I just kind of thought people would go along with that because I thought it was a commonly held opinion. But, I'm glad that someone's out there to challenge it. I just wish that you could challenge it with a little bit more, I don't want to say veracity, but, just some strong examples of, when I say smart film, here's my criteria, and here are some films that I feel meet it. Rather than just saying, those aren't smart films! Woo! I think, you need to be a little more specific when you're going to challenge someone's, not argument necessarily, but just when you're going to challenge something that's been said. I think you need to be more specific. And I think that's something about, on YouTube, too. People send me messages all the time like, "Oh, this video you made was so dumb! So stupid! I can't believe how stupid it was! I disagree with everything you said!" And yet, there's no specific examples. There's no, at this point in the video, you said you believe that raisins are pineapples. Here are some reasons why raisins are not pineapples. And of course, that's stupid example, but, whatever. This is on the spot. I'm not thinking any of this through. I'm just kind of blathering on. That's why it's called a rant. Yeah, so, I don't know. Probably 10 minutes now, right? Gotta be 10 minutes. It has to be. If this wasn't 10 minutes, then my internal clock just doesn't work. And, if it's short of 10 minutes and this video turns out to be 28 minutes long or 29 minutes long or something like that, I apologize sincerely until the end of time, but I gotta go. Goodbye.